And I like the comic book as you know, 2012 now, we live in a digital age. Everything's on a Kindle, everything's on an iPad. I love how comic books will never be, you cannot duplicate that. It'll never be, people want the book. In fact, today, this guy was like, I have all these on digital, but I still need the comic. That's never gonna go away. I don't care how much technology they can create, you need the art, because that's one of the biggest parts why people are into comics. It started at a breakfast table at Shoney's. A buddy of mine had just come from a comic book store, and we sat down to have breakfast, and I was just still had the same complaint that I always had about comic book stores. It's shuffling through boxes, everything's disorganized, and after 2 or 3, if I can't find what I want, I lose interest. So it really just started off with what I wanted out of a comic book store. I would like for it to be treated like you own a bookstore, because it is books, not as big as a traditional book, but they should be organized, they should be easy to find, they should be cataloged, they should be available, completely accessible. I understand it's a space issue, and comic books, there are an endless amount of them, but you can make it work, and I've certainly done that with my store. So that's was the idea of it. Was just out of like, I wish there was a comic book store like that. So I guess like any hero, I took matters into my own hands, and my folks and I explained to them what I wanted to do, and we got the finances together, and we opened up the establishment, we opened up the books, and that was the first thing I did. We put up these rails, these aisles, and everything was to be organized, and that's how that got started, and it certainly had a positive effect on customers. I've noticed, they are really. I feel that for customers coming into a store, if they feel that you put the effort into making it, and they know that you took the time to do this instead of just throwing things there for them to rummage through. It's hard. Honestly, it was a huge gamble. It really is. I mean, I think fundamentally you're flawed, because if you're gonna want to open a business and make money, something people need, like food. People don't need comic books. It's not a necessity. But I really felt that there is a strong enough presence in the Valley. Nerds like me, I was like, I'm not the only one. There's got to be more of me out there. And the response to it has just been really great. I'm really surprised that there is such a big presence, and I'm now learning that the problem is really access to the stuff. Being here in the Valley, you have some really hardcore nerds that can't get to the things they want because we just don't have access to it here. And being a comic book store, it's kind of like they rely on you for that. But even then, it's like, it's kind of hard to get it anyways. There's just something you can't find here. But I really love it when, just today, people from San Antonio, people from Mexico come in, they're looking for stuff, and they find it here, and they've come 4 hours drive, to get it. I'm like, job well done, Well, zombie culture could be the easiest excuse for it, Zombie Star Comics, at first glance, I like it because it literally makes no sense. I've had customers roll by and they just see zombie and they don't even know what it is. It could be a washateer named Zombie, but they're immediately interested, and when they see it's a comic book store, it's like, okay, let's check this out. But I like how Zombie Star Comics has got nothing to do with zombies, at least when I was thinking about it. It's actually a star in space that's died, and it's a state that it's in. It's, for all purposes, it's dead, but it's still alive, so hence Zombie Star. And I just thought that was cool. So I was like, if I had a comic store at that same breakfast table, like if I had a comic book store, I think that's what I'd call it. And again, I began with the idea, and it just materialized. So, but I like how it plays with levels. I don't tell people, like, why'd you name Zombie Star? Because I like zombies and stars, as far as I've thought it. But there's actually, a reason for it. If you ask, I'll tell them. But
the store has an alter ego.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have our website, that's been up. The store's been open since January. The website just went up maybe 2 months ago. It's www.zombiestarcomics.com, and there you can see from our product stuff, new releases. You can see there's a blog page. There's a news option, and there will soon. It's in the works. There will be an ordering system as well for products. Or you can hit us up on Facebook. On Facebook, it's kind of tricky. It's Zombie Star together, and then comics. When it's actually Zombie Star Comics. A friend of mine made it, so I'm like a person, which I think is better. Like I can communicate better with my customer that way. But he had to put first name, last name, so that's Zombie Star Comics. So that's how you find me. And the address of Zombie Star is 3724 Boca Chica Boulevard, Suite E. We're open Monday through Saturdays from 12 to 8.